The less you know about something, the more certain you often feel. You've been there. Staring at a pile of flat pack pieces, the instruction manual tossed aside, convinced you know exactly how this complex bookshelf goes together. You just know it. Then it all falls apart. Or you see someone else, brimming with certainty, making a basic mistake. What hidden mechanism makes us so sure, even when we're wrong? By the end of our time together, the next time you feel that absolute certainty about something you barely understand, you'll feel a subtle shift. You'll catch yourself. The unseen gap. Have you ever felt that sudden rush of knowing? You're scrolling online, maybe late at night, and you click into an article. It's about something big, something complicated. Maybe it's how the entire stock market works, or the subtle mechanics of a massive piece of furniture you just bought. You read it through, once, maybe twice. Then something shifts inside you. It just clicks. You nod to yourself. A quiet understanding settles in your chest. Suddenly, you feel like you've got it all figured out. You could explain the whole thing, top to bottom. You could lay it out for a friend, break it down for a room full of people. You feel ready to tell them exactly how it is. That strong, clear feeling of certainty, right now. But what if that powerful surge, that feeling of absolute conviction, is actually a kind of whisper? A signal? You're only standing at the very edge of the map. That your confidence is at its peak precisely when you've barely begun to grasp the true scale of what you don't know. It's a strange kind of peace, isn't it? One that feels really good in the moment. But it might just be keeping you from seeing the real ground beneath your feet. The double bind. But this isn't just about missing a skill. It's a deeper problem than that. It's what psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger studied, a kind of double bind. They found that in areas like logical reasoning or even social skills, you don't just lack the ability itself, you also lack the ability to tell you even you lack it. Your own mind, in a quiet way, keeps you from seeing your own blind spots. Think about a Friday night. Maybe you're at a karaoke bar with friends. Someone steps up to the microphone. Their voice strains, notes go flat, they hit every wrong beat. It's a mess, every single time. But they're not hearing it, not one bit. They are smiling, singing with all their heart. They genuinely believe they sound amazing. They can't hear the off-key notes. They can't hear the strained voice. No one has the heart to tell them the truth because they're having such a great time. Their internal monitor, the thing that should tell them how they're doing, it's just not working. That's the second part of the bind. And this quiet trick your mind plays, it shows up in more places than just a dimly lit bar. It's right there, hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to notice. Everywhere you look. This subtle trap where you can't know what you don't know. It isn't rare. It isn't some isolated thing. It doesn't just show up in big moments. Look around you. Really look. Think about your office, the break room after lunch. You've seen it there. That coworker, maybe Sarah, she just knows her new marketing strategy is brilliant. She sketches flowcharts on the dry erase board. Her pen moves with absolute certainty. everyone else sees the bad assumptions, the budget that won't stretch. She just sees effortless success. Or the driver who just swerved past your beat-up sedan on the highway. They cut through rush hour traffic, convinced they're a master of the road, a genius behind the wheel. They speed, they weave, they brake hard. You just see the faint dent on their rear bumper, a quiet reminder of last week's close call. This isn't some abstract quirk, not just something in a textbook. It's not a funny story. This quiet force, this gap between what you think you can do and what you actually do, it shapes your everyday world. It touches decisions made far above your head. It affects your small interactions every single day. Often, you don't even notice it. Not anymore. It changes how we talk, how we build things, how we see ourselves. But the strangest part, the one that makes you rethink your own mind, that only shows up when we look at the data. The statistical shadow. Everywhere you look, this pattern seems to pop up. But what if it's not always a flaw in how your mind works? Imagine, you're in traffic, right? Stuck there, light barely changing. Your hand rests on the steering wheel. You look around at all the other drivers. Most of them probably think they're above average at driving. They're sure they're safer, more skilled than the car next to them. Ask people if they're friendly, or funny, or good at assembling a complex piece of furniture without the instructions. Almost everyone will tell you yes. They'll say they're better than average, every single time. But that can't be true. Statistically, not everyone gets to be in the top 50%. Someone has to be in the bottom half. That's just how the math works. 100% of people can't be in the top half. It's simple. So maybe this gap you see, this seeming blindness to your own limits, isn't always a deep personal failing. It's not some hidden fault within your brain. Sometimes it's just basic arithmetic. It's coupled with a natural human lean towards optimism. This is a statistical shadow. A rational explanation for this has been proposed. It suggests our prior beliefs about our skills are what shape how we see ourselves. You want to believe you're good. We all do. This isn't a cognitive error as much as it is a default setting. A hopeful nature. Psychologist Robert D. McIntosh reminds us this isn't about general intelligence. It's about how we assess our specific abilities. So, is it truly a broken internal radar, or just a trick of the numbers and our own hopeful nature playing out? And what happens when that hope, those numbers, and your perceived skill meet a real challenge? And the stakes are suddenly much higher than just getting a bookcase put together. The cost of confidence. This isn't some abstract idea. It's not just a strange way your mind works. These misjudgments, they don't stay locked inside your head. They get out. They touch your life. And they often touch other lives too. Picture this, a small business owner. The blue light from their laptop screen glows in their eyes late at night. They're sure their new marketing plan will work. They pour every dollar into it, believing it completely. Rent money, college savings for their kid, all gone. They just couldn't see the big problems in their strategy. They truly didn't even know what questions to ask. Or think about a friend you have. They give you relationship advice, full of confidence. They think they're an expert, a real guide, offering deep thoughts. But their own life is a messy tangle of broken connections, old heartbreaks. And the advice they give you, it slowly, quietly pushes you into more trouble. They honestly thought they were helping every single time. The real danger isn't just looking foolish for not knowing something. It's the actual damage. Money lost, friendships strained. It's that quiet despair you feel when something you relied on just falls apart. All because you couldn't see what you simply couldn't see. How do you ever know what you don't know? So, the less you know about something, the more certain you often feel. It's a quiet mechanism in your mind. It keeps you from seeing the gaps because you don't even know they're there. This isn't a judgment. It's a simple truth about how we assess ourselves. But understanding it, really understanding it, can shift your perspective. It asks for a certain kind of humility. It pushes you to seek out honest feedback. It helps you see beyond your own blind spots. The real skill isn't knowing everything. It's knowing what you don't know. That's where a different kind of clarity lives. Maybe you can start to look for it.